Welcome to Growth TV and ACG Production. I'm Carolyn Vallejo. Today, we're discussing the manufacturing sector and the importance of a CFO in driving growth for the space. With Jen Finger, she's co-lead of Baker Tilly's National CFO Advisory Practice. Jen, welcome back to Growth TV.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, the manufacturing sector has, of course, faced some pretty prominent challenges in recent years, specifically relating to supply chain issues. Tell me what it looks like when a successful CFO is navigating some of those challenges.
Sure. So, of course, CFOs navigate a variety of challenges every single day. Key right now in the manufacturing sector are supply chain challenges, and I think they're constantly analyzing data. That is a critical factor. So the need to have on-time data is number one. When they are looking at the supply chain, they want to make sure that they are accessing the most efficient supply chain, having access to that data so that they know, what's coming in, that they can make sure to supply for their customers. That's critical. Next, they want to make sure to manage their costs. Do they need to onshore or nearshore? And that's not a really fast thing to be able to manage. So what are their options? Can they move vendors? Do they have secure vendors? And do they have the ability to potentially change vendors or diversify their supply chain? So I think having that ability to be flexible is most critical as well.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned earlier in your response the importance of data. So I imagine that technology, of course, is crucial in that endeavor. Tell me how things like artificial intelligence and robotics are kind of making their mark in the manufacturing space.
Yeah, I think, AI is kind of the buzz word of the day. And potentially people want to, implement everything they possibly can in robotics. And I think it's definitely a great tool. But CFOs want to make sure that they have the stability in their technology before they go implement every possible tool. That's critical piece number one. And do they have the workforce to support that as well? Team members need to be trained up on technology before they can implement the technology. We've seen a lot of people implement technology and then have no idea how to use it. And, it's, this was a botched implementation. A lot of times it's user issues as well. So making sure that there is a proper implementation and trained workforce too. But, there are a lot of great ways to use AI and robotics to automate, improve processes. It's a matter of having that stability and examining what is in place and what's going to work really well. You don't want to just go automate everything. So will it be efficient, and what's the most effective utilization of that technology? I saw a great speaker last summer, actually, that used to work for Tesla, that they went back, before they made, the initial Tesla, and they built it from the ground up, and they talked about how automating absolutely everything was not the answer because it just, creates more costs, more time spent. So I think examining what makes the most sense for the business and really just making the process right before automating everything and using AI to make everything better is, not necessarily always the answer.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, there's so much changing in this space, and it's changing very quickly. Tell me a little bit about the importance of scenario planning. What is it, and what does it look like when executed successfully?
Sure. So scenario planning is basically a tool that CFOs or other team members can use to examine a variety of scenarios, whether that be, is this option cost effective for me? Is this, geographical impact going to impact our business in a really, really critical way? And how can we toggle between this critical impact to us or our business, or, should we nearshore, or should we, utilize this other supplier, et cetera? And so utilizing this scenario planning with a proper, FP&A vendor or, in-house analyst is critical in this time, in this, moving time, because having that ability to be flexible with the data and utilize the right data could mean a huge impact with the business.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. All right. So some great advice there. Thank you so much for joining Growth TV, Jen. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.